Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that watched my first video, for those of you if this is your first time watching, thank you so much for stopping by and welcome to my channel. It is currently 7:04 a.m. here in Waco, Texas, and I actually have to be at work at 8. It takes me about 15 minutes to get to work, so I need to leave here by 7:45. So for me, this is going to be kind of just like a quick everyday look, what I do just to get ready for work. I'm actually running a little behind. I normally start getting ready and putting my makeup on about 7, so I mean I'm running about 4 minutes behind, but I can make something work. So, sorry, I was just taking out my nose ring. So let's get started. I'm kind of just going to, show you all the process and the order that I go in. And I'm going to kind of explain the products as I go and, why I'm using them. So the first thing that you always need to do is prime your face. Whenever I was younger, knew nothing about makeup. I was like, what the hell is primer? Why? But it really is good. I mean, for one, it helps your makeup. It holds your makeup in place. But it also protects your pores in a sense, because the primer, it doesn't let your makeup sink into your pores. So I highly recommend using it if you've never tried a primer, and your makeup, you can just see your pores really bad, or like something's not going right. For sure, try a primer. One of my favorite primers that I've been using for a while now is the ULTA Professional Matte Prime Primer. I don't really have oily skin, but I notice that whenever I wear makeup, if I wear like not matte makeup, my face looks oily AF. So that's why I stick to matte stuff. So we're gonna go with this. You really just need like a pea-sized amount. It's probably a little bit bigger than a pea, but I kind of just dab it over my index finger and my middle finger and just dab it over various areas of my face. And then I start smoothing it out in circular motion. Just make sure you get like all parts of your face, because there's some places that you're probably gonna like forget, like even up here in your hairline, your temples. Okay, so now my face is good and primed. Stop. So one product that I'm going to use, it's not really matte, is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup. I am shade Light Ivory W2. The first few times that I used this, like, I hated it. Like, my face was a hot mess at the end of the day. Like, I don't know what was going on, but now, like, I can use Oliver. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Anyways, the first few times that I tried to use this, like, at the end of the day, my face was like a hot mess. Like, it was so oily, and I was like, oh my god, I hate this. And like, I was really excited to try it because, Jaclyn Hill has talked about this line and this brand before, and I'm all about like trying to save money, not drop $42 on a foundation. So I was really excited to try it. So I literally left it alone. Like, I didn't use it for a while. And then last week I finally started trying to wear it again, and ever since I gave it another go, it's fine. Like, it has really, honestly, good coverage. And it lasts all day. Like, I'm gonna have to work 8 to 5 today, and at the end of the day, I'll take a picture for y'all just to show, that it does last all day. Which, helping your makeup last all day comes with, like, the primer and, setting spray. And setting powder and all of that, but, you know, I've had some foundations that no matter how much, you know, primer I use, how much setting spray I use, how much, you know, setting powder I use, it doesn't, like, it melts right off my face, and at the end of the day, it's just like, do I even have makeup on? So, but, just make sure I get all areas, and I think we're good. Alright, so, now we're going to move on to concealer. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm in shade Fair Beige. I haven't, like, experimented a lot with concealers. This is honestly my first. I just went, like, all the way up to my freaking corner of my eyeball. Don't do that. I'll show you on this one. Okay, there. Still went all the way up, but whatever, y'all. We're just gonna... I haven't experimented a lot with concealers, but as soon as I tried this one, I fell in love with it. And it honestly lasts you, like, a really long time. Like, I've had this probably coming up on a year, and I have another one. It's shade Light. I kind of just stopped using it because, the light shade, because you would think Fair Beige would be darker. I would, but Light is actually too dark for me. It's like the same color as my skin tone, and when you're concealing, that's not really what you want. Like, the point of putting concealer all crazy like this, you know, in random areas, is to highlight those points of your face. So, obviously, you can't highlight your face with a concealer that's the same shade as you. Oh, and I forgot to say before I even started putting on my foundation, I'm using a beauty blender. This is actually an ULTA brand beauty sponge. The first time I ever tried to use a beauty blender, it was a nightmare. My makeup looked awful, and it was so cakey, and I remember texting my friend Morgan, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so pissed. I just waste so much product, try to make my makeup look good. Beauty blenders suck, because all I used to use was a brush, and, you know, like I always saw, a beauty blender is going to give you flawless finish, flawless looking complexion, so I'm like, shoot, I'm going to try a beauty blender. But you have to damp it. Don't ever try to use a beauty blender dry, because I promise you it will not turn out good. What I literally do is I just run mine under the sink, and I, you know, squeeze it a couple of times where it actually absorbs water, and then I, like, squeeze it pretty hard to make sure that it's not dripping water, and then it's literally just damp. So right now I'm using kind of the pointed end, so that way I can get in the corners of my eyes to blend out this concealer. But as far as concealers go, the Tarte Shape Tape, I don't know if it's changed. I think it might be $1 more now, so it might be $25. But it used to be $24, which honestly, I don't really feel like that's bad. I mean, it's 0.338 fluid ounces, and normally the standard size for a foundation is one ounce. So, I don't really feel like that's bad, especially because Tarte's a really good brand. It's a brand that I've learned that I'm absolutely obsessed with. I really like it. So yeah, if you're looking for a good professional concealer, try that one. So now I'm kind of just gonna set my face. I'm going to go over areas of my face with the setting powder. I can't talk, y'all. Forgive me. With the setting powder. I'm almost out, but this is the Ulta Pressed Setting Powder Shade Translucent. Jesus, sorry. I haven't had my coffee yet. Sitting right there, just haven't drank it yet. With this, if it's like a loose setting powder, like I have the Kat Von D. I have the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder Translucent. This stuff is awesome. I bought like a little one of it, and I don't want to run out of it, so I don't usually use it unless I'm like doing a glam look and I'm going somewhere and I really need my makeup to last like all day and all night. So since this one, I mean, you can use it with a damp, sorry, let me rewind. With loose setting powders, I like to use my damp beauty blender, and then I'll just dip it in there and then put it where I'm setting. And you know, you can obviously use that to bake your face. But if I'm just getting ready for work, you know, I just go in here with this little Morphe brush, and I just go over the areas that I want to make sure are good and set. So that's what I'm doing. I've used this with the Beauty Blender before, and I mean, it kind of goes on the same as a loose setting powder would, but I prefer to just use this with an actual brush. So, we're good now. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and move on to is my eyes. You can use a primer on your eyelids if you want. I don't typically do it when I'm getting ready for work because I don't really feel like there's a need to. If I'm going somewhere out and partying, like a wedding, and I know I'm going to be sweating all night, then yeah, I'm going to wear some eyelid primer. I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill by Morphe eyeshadow palette. I was so lucky to get my hands on this bad boy the first time that it was released. I waited forever and I about had a damn panic attack, but I got it. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's my first Morphe palette, and I mean, I really don't even know if I would consider that, considering that the formulas in these eyeshadows are completely different from any other Morphe palette, just because Jaclyn took so much time creating this. But it's just so beautiful. Like, you have every freaking shade in here you could ever want. So, it's awesome. And yes, I've used these crazy colors down here, and they're absolutely beautiful. So, I'm just going to go in. If you buy, like, expensive Morphe brushes, they're, like, labeled on what kind of brushes they are. This entire set, y'all, that I got from Morphe with this bag was $29.99. Okay, you can't beat that. And even though there's some of their cheaper brushes, they're good brushes, y'all. Like, when I first started getting into makeup, I was like, I don't know the first thing about brushes. I'd use like the same Bare Minerals brush for like 3 or 4 years, I think, and it was honestly meant for like applying powder, but I was using it for like blush, powder, like everything. Why do I have this? So I finally got rid of it, and I got these Morphe brushes, and I absolutely love them. So I'm just going to go in with this fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into this color right here. It's just like a light, not really shimmery, but it's an all-over color, just to kind of put like a base on my eyelids. Okay, so it's pointing out my cup. Miss is always right. Because I am. These cups are super cute. I'm sure you can order them from like Etsy or whatever, but I got mine from Spice Village here in Waco not that long ago. There's somebody there selling them, and they're super cute. So the next thing I'm going to go in with, just because this has recently become one of my favorite blending brushes, I use it to put my transition shade, in my crease. It's an Elizabeth Mott blending brush. I actually got this in one of my Ipsy bags. Ever since I got it, I'm obsessed with it. So, the shade that I'm going to go in with is going to be this one right here. It's shade MFEO. I don't know what that stands for, but we're going to go in with it. It's one of my favorite transition shades in this whole palette. Just provides like a nice color for your crease to set you up for a really bold look, whether it's bright and vibrant or it's, you know, warm and smoky, however you want to go. So we're not going to do anything too crazy just because I'm trying to hurry and I'm going to work. And it's a Friday. Thank God for Friday. This week actually hasn't been bad. It's been a good week. Yeah, for those that are watching this that don't know me, or for those that do know me but don't really know what I do for a living, I work in hospitality, and I work at the Hampton Inn Suites here in Waco. And I actually started there 4 years ago. I started in October of 2012. It was my first hotel job I had ever had. And I was a guest services agent, which means that I worked the front desk. And I worked there until August of 2014, so I was there for about 2 years. And I left because at the time I felt that I needed more money, and so I left to go work somewhere else that paid me more. I quickly learned that just because you leave to go work somewhere doesn't mean, or that you leave to go work somewhere that that's going to pay you more doesn't mean that it's going to be a good job, because I was miserable. Not going to say where I went just because I'm not going to. But yeah, so I left for about a year, and I bounced between 3 different jobs, and then finally I was like, do y'all have anything open? I'm ready to come back to my second home. Thankfully, everything worked out and I came back. I've now been back for 2 years, actually, as of a few days ago. And I was recently promoted to the sales coordinator, so I'm super excited about that. You know, working front desk for 3 years and now being in sales, it's honestly like a totally different experience, but so far I'm really enjoying it. So that's just a little info about me and what I do for a living. I'd like to say I did makeup for a living, but I haven't gotten there just yet. Hopefully one day I will. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going in with a Morphe, just kind of a fluffy brush, not as big as the first one that I used, and I'm using this color right here. That color is called Powder. Some people are like, ew, that's so gross, but I think it's so cute, and honestly, if you watch Jaclyn Hill's makeup videos, like, it's so her. I don't know, just the first time I saw that, I laughed my ass off. It was so funny. So, I'm just taking that same direction. I'm putting it in my crease, but I'm starting off more in the corner of my eye, so that way it's more dark on the corner of my eye rather than just like full on dark in the crease. And then now I'm just like blending it out. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if it... Sometimes I have to pull up this mirror because looking into my vanity mirror, I'm like blind or something. I can't tell. Okay, so that's done, and my line over here is looking a little harsh, so I'm going to take that same Elizabeth Mott blending brush. I just had that lighter shade on it, so it's fine, and I'm kind of just going to like go over it just to soften those lines up. Okay, that looks much better. I don't know if you can tell, but it was like super like over there. So, yay. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna go in with, because we're just trying to stay simple, I'm just gonna go in with the shimmer shade. I'm gonna go in with just one of these Morphe flat brushes. I always use a flat brush to go in with shimmers. I just feel like it packs them on better. So just my personal preference on that. Especially if you're going for like a bold, like shimmery, like wet look, get you a flat brush, get you some setting spray, even some freaking water, and spray this bad boy, and then dip it in there, put it on your eyelid. You will thank me later. So I kind of like base what I'm gonna do for makeup on what I'm wearing, so that's why I'm like looking at my shirt. We're just gonna go in with this color right here, and it is called SBN. See, it packs on pretty nicely. I don't know if you can see it. But I'm just gonna kind of go over here on the center of my eyelid and go up just a little bit, like to my crease, and kind of just like spread it out. Just gonna go in with a little bit more. Okay. Do the same thing for this eye. Sorry if you hear me like humming or singing. I'm listening to music because music is life. Besides makeup, music is life. I love music. Okay, so I'm done with that. I don't know if you can see it, but just a little bit of shimmer, enough to make my eyes pop. That's really all I'm looking for, not looking for something super crazy. I'm just going to wipe that brush off that I just used, that flat brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade right next to that SBN shade, and it's called Obsessed, and I know why, because I'm obsessed with it. It's a really good shade to put in the corner of your eye. It's just super sparkly and pretty, and it just puts that pop in there for you. Okay. See? Do you see that? Look at that. It just like instantly lightens up here. So. Okay, so next thing I'm going to go in with is this little brush. It's like a fluffy little brush. I only use it to highlight my brow bone. And I'm going to go next to this. This was that shade I put like all over my eyelid. This one is called Beam. Probably because it's bright as shit. So, but I'm not even going to take that much. Oh, hey. I'm going to get that much on. See, it's just a really pretty, nice color. So, boom. That's all I'm doing for eyeshadow. Like I said, just a quick look. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with a powder brush. Doesn't have anything on it, and I know you can't really see it, but I do have some powder there left over from my setting powder, and I'm just gonna wipe off those areas. Okay, so some people when they use a setting powder on top of their foundation and their concealer, that's all they use. However much coverage I'm needing, I use an actual powder once I'm done, and that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 16-hour powder. Honestly, also use this to help control my oiliness because it is a Pro Matte, and this powder works awesome for a drugstore brand powder. So if you've never tried that, you should try it. This is shade 100 Porcelain because I'm pale. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to just, you can either pat it, you can rub it. Okay, I'm going to start like trying to go fast because it's 7:30 and I really need to hurry. Okay. I'm not going to do my eyebrows today because I don't really have time. And honestly, like, my eyebrows aren't really bad. I just recently started doing them because I feel that they're too light for me once I actually do my makeup. So that's the only reason why I do them. I mean, I'm just going to... And this one over here is just so funky. Like, if I ever do my eyebrows... Because my eyebrow hair doesn't, like, grow enough for me to get them professionally done. So I don't. So I literally just have to pluck a few hairs every now and then. I don't do anything crazy. But this hair, I swear... Or this eyebrow, I think hair just falls out of it. Because there's times where I'm like, where the hell is my hair? So I'm gonna go for like a soft contour look. I'm not gonna go for like a harsh like line. Normally if I want it to be super bold and like to make a statement and to be demanding, I would go in with my Morphe angled brush because it's a lot more firm than this one. So I'm not gonna use this. This one is so cute. It's a Lisa Frank. They I guess did a duo or a collab with Glamour Dolls. It's like the cutest freaking thing ever. Is that not cute? If you didn't love Lisa Frank when you were younger, you missed out. I had a Lisa Frank lunchbox and like notepad and like everything. So for my contour and bronzer, I'm going with the Ulta contour kit. I use a lot of Ulta products. Honestly, I've never tried their like foundation or anything like that, so I don't really know how well that is. But I use a lot of their lip products. Their setting powder, their contour kit, and I'll get to the highlighter in a minute because that deserves its own whatever because it's awesome. So I'm going to go in with these two shades, Golden Bronze and Goddess Bronzer. I kind of just like dip my brush into both of them because I feel like one's like too orange for me and the other one's like too dark. So I just like mix them both. And I just, I start like at the top of my ear and I just go like at an angle like so. And I just do it until I get what I want. So I'm going to do the same over here. One of my favorite songs recently is by Major Lazer called No No Better, like K-N-O-W and then N-O Better, featuring Travis Scott, Camila Cabello from Fifth Harmony, and Quavo. It's awesome. If you like upbeat, like fun songs that make you want to dance, you should listen to it. Just puts me in a good mood. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this Bombshell bronzer. It's a little bit lighter. I'm just going to barely dip my brush into it. And I'm just going to go across the top of my forehead and my hairline just to give me like a glowy bronze so that way my forehead just doesn't look like super pale. Sometimes if I notice my makeup is looking a little too light, because honestly I think that my makeup is too light for me, which is weird because I'm like as pale gets. I'll go in with this super light warmth bronzer right here, and I'll literally barely put my brush into it. And I'll kind of just like pat over under my eyes right here, because I don't want to take away from that highlight, obviously, go over my chin. I don't want to go take over that highlight, obviously, but I also don't want it to be like so, you know, bright. So, whatever. So I'm done with that. Next thing that I'm going to go in with is, if I can find it, this little booger is so small and I always use it, is Tarte, their Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, shade Unstoppable. I also got this in one of my Ipsy bags, and I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful, and I've had it for a while, and it's, like, I haven't even hit pan yet. So, if you want a good blush, check out Tarte. Not even kidding. So, I am now going to go in with that Morphe angled brush, because, I like blush. So, just going to go in with it. And you want to start at the apples of your cheeks and kind of like, this is how I do my blush. Some people do their blush different. But I start at the apples of my cheeks, like right above my contour, and I just, you know, blend it out. Same thing on this side. I always have such a hard time getting my blush even. I don't know why. But I do. Okay, I think that's actually pretty good. Okay. Maybe. Sure. Okay, so now I am going to go in with this awesome highlighter. I haven't experimented a lot with highlighters, but this is the one highlighter I've been using for a long time, and I'm freaking obsessed with it. It's beautiful. If you want a good starter highlighter, try this. I don't even care. Try it. It's the ULTA Illuminating Powder, shade Pink Diamond. Girl, I think it's like $10. I've hit pan, but it's so freaking pretty. Hopefully it picks up in the camera, but I just take like a fan brush. Some people take on like an actual like I don't know, like a light like fluffy brush. But oh my god, I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Okay. I'm freaking like obsessed with highlighter. Like, I would paint my whole body in it if I could. I just bring it up. I put it like right above my blush, like right here. Put a little bit on my nose. Put a little on my cupid's bow. And on the tops of my chin, because those are the areas that I want to stand out. So I'm done with that. I'm done with everything as far as my face goes. 7:38. Doing good. I'm going to put my nose ring back in because I'm done with my face stuff. Alright, now I'm going to use, I'm almost out of this, Ulta Beauty Matte Setting Spray. This is honestly a really good setting spray. It's cheap. Try it. Just because I need it to dry quickly, I'm going to take this little card that was in the contour kit to show you how to contour. Just going to fan my face. It feels so good. It's so nice and refreshing. Let me go ahead and take this out. Okay, I think we're dry enough. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with mascara. Now I guess I shouldn't scoot too close. I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. The reason why mine is so small is because it was like a little travel size, and my wonderful sister-in-law got it for me for Christmas. I've had this mascara since Christmas, and there's still some in there. It's really good mascara. I just can't commit to paying that much for a mascara, so that's why I haven't bought it, because honestly one of my favorite mascaras is this Ulta Curled Up Super Curly Mascara. Comes in a gold bottle. It's soft black. This is freaking good mascara, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. I have no freaking eyelashes, so whenever a mascara shows my eyelashes, okay. And I don't love wearing falsies. Like, I wore falsies for the first time the other day just because I felt like being glam. And I mean, my eyelashes, I mean, everybody's like, wow, your eyelashes look so good. And I was like, thanks, they're not mine. But, just like normally, I just wear mascara. I don't have the time or the patience to wear fake eyelashes, so I literally only put them on when I feel like I have the time and when I'm doing, like I said, a super glam look. So but this mascara is awesome if you like splurging on, you know, good products, which I mean I do too, but for some reason I just can't bring myself to commit, because I don't even know how much it is, but I just know that it's too expensive for me right now. But I mean, it's a good mascara. So I like the mascaras that have the soft, like, fluffy brushes, and that's exactly what this has. Mascaras with the hard, like, plastic brushes, y'all, I freaking hate those. They're the worst. They stab your freaking, like, your waterline or whatever you want to call it, and then they make your eye water, and you kind of want to cry because it hurts. And then I just don't feel like it does a good job at making your eyelashes bold, so that's why I hate them. But I think that's pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty good. So, now I'm going to go on with this one. Trying to hurry. My dogs, they like know when I'm about to leave for work. They're always like waiting on me, like, Mom, or even put us in our kennel because I know you're about to leave. Those look pretty good. Now I'm just going to go over my lower lashes. I don't know, bottom lashes, not my lower lashes. You don't have lower lashes, you have bottom lashes. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to put on some simple lip gloss. I love this lip gloss, by the way. It's the ULTA Butter Balm lip gloss. Super creamy, super nice. I'm not really a fan of lip glosses. I love the more matte look, but these are awesome. One thing I will say, when you first put them on, they look super bold, and you're like, oh my god, that's so childish, I'm not wearing it. But I promise you, after wearing them for a little bit, they die down, I guess you could say. I don't know, because see, it's like so pink. But in a little bit, it won't be this bright. So that's what I like about them. So, anyway, that was my quick get ready with me work look. I hope you like the way this turned out. I do. I think it's really beautiful. It's just a simple, quick look. I mean, I literally got ready in like 30 minutes. Or it might have even been shorter than that. I don't know. I've already lost track of time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my first official makeup video. If you have any questions or, you know, want me to talk a little bit more about this look, you can message me on Facebook if we're friends. You can DM me on Instagram if you follow me, or you can comment on this video and I will get back with you. If you have any suggestions for videos that you want me to do, for looks that you want me to create or recreate, just let me know on either of those social medias that I just mentioned. But again, thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!